Well, glorious, isn't it? Absolutely glorious here in Stormont in Belfast. It's much more like the Costa del Sol than Northern Ireland right now. And we're all set for the return of Test cricket here to Ireland. That is the New Zealand playing 11, pretty much as we expected here. Let's go. And the first runs come from the very first delivery. Just a tickle around the corner. Exactly where any batter would like it to get things going. An err in line from Adair and punished. It's a boundary to start things as I welcome Isabel Joyce.
Ball first.
Oh, got him! And just like that, Adair strikes. Off the money, the first delivery. The second one couldn't have been any better. You talk about hitting the top of off. It's exactly what he's done. You leave at your peril, and Latham, he's gone for a duck.
Well, you might think
It's Doheny. This one edged through that slip cord and I'm going to race away for the first runs off the bats. An action-packed first over. It's 8 for 1.
he's one that's back in.
Glorious drive. The perfect full face of the bats has been shown by Devon Conway, and that accelerates across the outfield. Outfield can get quicker when the weather is like that. 4 from the moment it left the bats.
You get your full worth for any shot here in Stormont. Far too full for Mays.
Too full again, but driven straight to Mark Adair. A tight mid-off, he does well to stop. At end of the second, it's 12 for 1. Number of different preparation points. One thing remains consistent and constant, and that is the class of Kane Williamson. Yes, it's a leg stump half volley, but put away in real style.
And Tom Mays will be frustrated with himself there. He finished the last over pretty well. He's gone back.
Irish. Untaken! Adair has his second, but Liam McCarthy on his Test match debut finds 2. You sensed it was coming. Ireland have the second breakthrough they wanted. Conway gets it out of the middle, but a leaping Liam McCarthy finds the second wicket.
The in-swinger, and it was a flourish, but have a look at...
Just as I say, 23 deliveries with not many runs coming. Ravindra gets off the mark in real style. The perfect cover drive, over-pitched by Adair with that change of angle and punished. It's 25 for 2.
Clipped away, it'll be runs. Reeled in nicely by Cade Carmichael. Very quick across the turf.
It'll be his challenge, won't it? How consistently he can bowl to both of these players. Just that fourth delivery, so no ball, he's able just to...
It's a glorious shot. Straight down the ground, and 4 runs to Ravindra.
Just over-pitched a little bit this over. Maybe just the nerves of trying to get into his first over in Test cricket. Rachin Ravindra's so good down the ground.
Oh, the first time we see a lusty blow, and it's very lusty indeed. 6 runs to Rachin Ravindra, and maybe a little hint of... We've seen limited boundaries, but Ravindra may be looking to unsettle the debutant. Oh, this one deflected away. Might be reeled in. Ruben Wilson with some genuine speed around the boundary rope. We'll restrict this to just 2 leg byes. Youthful.
Guided away in front of square. Probably won't get to the rope as Doheny is the one tasked with doing the fielding, but 2 more runs to Williamson, who has this serene way of accumulating runs, doing it with such ease this morning. End of the 14th, it is 46 for 2. Straight the Test, as that's over pitched and nicely driven. maybe not quite out of the middle of the bat from Ravindra, as Adair should be able to cut it off just inside the rope, but good running will get them back for a third.
Yeah.
Pakistan went on then to England to have a very memorable test series, including a 9-wicket win over England at Lord's. So how good a preparation does it offer for... And again, probing away. You look back at that first test, Kev, I'd love to hear your memories of it. Of course, probably one of your favourite days in the green or white of Ireland, but it was a really competitive test. So Mays will get things going after the drinks break, and well, it looks like he isn't at a bowl yet, because that is a rank long hop that's put away very comfortably by Kane Williamson, who really looks to start to get up and into his work. Not a good delivery and well put away.
Yeah, just too wide and too short.
Goes Fuller this time, and the result will be the same. A little bit of late swing on offer, but Williamson guides it elegantly and stylishly through that big gap between backward point and the wide mid-off. Back-to-back boundaries to start after drinks.
Ending away.
Whipped away. It's going to be a lot of work on the boundary, and even though Liam McCarthy is a fine fielder, really quick around the rope, he's unable to reel that in. It's nicely worked away. Run the first very hard and come back for two fairly comfortably.
For New Zealand.
Oh, that's a good shout. That's a good shout, and it's given. Kane Williamson trapped LBW for 36. Liam McCarthy strikes his first test wicket, is one of the all-time greats.
Good setup this from Liam McCarthy. Bowled short of a length, then short, outside off stump, drew Kane Williamson outside off stump.
And takes a single off his first delivery to end Liam McCarthy's third over. A successful over for Ireland, striking with a wicket of Kane Williamson. New Zealand 86 for 3 after 22. Faces up to Mark Adair. Takes the edge, and that's gone. Daryl Mitchell lasts only 2 deliveries. Mark Adair has 3. And Ireland will feel very, very firmly in control early.
He's been sitting watching from the sideline for a while.
Lovely bit of timing. Just drop the bat on the ball. We know this outfield is really fast here.
Very still at contact point.
So good energy still through his batting. He's always a player that likes to get into bowlers. No.
Nice and quick, slightly over pitched by Adair.
Yeah, it was a bit of a long half volley, wasn't it? Had the width as well. He
bowled beautifully, didn't he, in that first session? He was on the money right from the off, as the sellout crowd, I think about 1,500, maybe a few more than that, in and around. Edges was nicely bowled, though.
Smith off.
10 runs come from Adair's first over after the break. It's 116 for 4. The coming years. As this is latched onto by Ravindra. And what a glorious way to bring up your 50.
It's glorious, sounded wonderful off the bat, races to the rope. And Blundell showing some of that aggression that he showed particularly earlier on.
To 4.
This one, though.
Lovely shot. A little bit wide.
So many wicketkeepers do.
But yeah, it's just getting back to that batting outside the crease.
His cover out on the fence. It sneaks beyond the fielder. And Stephen Doheny drops his head and then raises an apologetic hand to his teammates.
Yeah, frustration this for Liam McCarthy. Obviously a little bit wide.
Well, dropped in short and worked away forcefully, but not going to cross the rope. Excellent fielding. Cade Carmichael is very quick across the turf. His footwork. Oh, no.
Exactly.
Smart bowler. This one's going, and that's 6 all the way.
Super strike from Tom Blundell. Just a little bit more flight from Andy McBride. A little bit fuller. Blundell's.
Reverse swept very effectively. That will get Blundell to 48. He looks a dynamic.
To go back, and what that means is this.
And one of the shots of the day belongs to Ravindra. Half volley maybe, but by McBride, but the way in which he's found that gap between cover and mid-off, ever so impressive. From Tom Blundell. There is a long on out, but he's not going to be able to cut it off as that one's powered down the ground. One bounce skips off the surface, and it's the second boundary of the over.
It's been a clear conversation between.
Goes to the reverse sweep again, as McBride has changed the angle to come around the wicket.
Still that adjustment, knowing he's not going to spin the ball back too much. It's just going to angle across.
And that's not too far away. That's certainly that's quite the kind of place where batter showed no real interest or no concern. And this one is going to go away. So to the boundary for 4. And Blundell moves into the 70s. New Zealand 2.
Yeah, possibly another indication of a two-pace pitch. I think he was actually
long way away from his body, but
will certainly help those discussions that will come up at ICC annual conference in about 6 or 7 weeks' time.
Just see there's still enough out of the surface and still enough with. He purposely just guided through that gap. Rachin Ravindra has just looked to time those deliveries that are slightly wider, nice on top of the ball. Just think really obvious.
It goes back to that absence of McCarthy. He's that enforcer who, in the most difficult moments, Balbirnie would toss the ball to. Don't have him to hand here. Certainly, the way in which this partnership is evolving, it probably looked as comfortable now as. Katie, I thought I was told there's a bit of fancy footwork keeps the ball out. I thought you told me I wasn't allowed to mention that final under any circumstances, because it wasn't a great one for New Zealand.
Oh.
And there it is. It's a 3-figure score for Rachin Ravindra. An innings of grit, of grace, and of glorious stroke play at times as well. For a cricketer of substance. Goes again. This time straight to the fielder. Thankfully, having bounced before reaching the fielder. 106 now.
We're getting into a different phase in the day. Shadows.
Four after 72.
The off spinner from Donamana. Great balance. It's on for Cade Carmichael. Gives way to Stephen Doheny in the end. But it just looks like he's working.
Doheny denies seeing him to the century. And Tom Blundell goes to 3 figures. A man who hasn't scored a 600 in Test match cricket and is very warmly applauded by all those in.
helped away. Now there is a fielder out there. Doesn't end up getting anything on it. It's going to be 3 consecutive fours. A question to you, Kev.
Looking at Harry. Pulled short, dropped short again. Pulled. And he's just judged that. I think it's bounced once or twice before.
Well, this has been given the kitchen sink. Going to consecutive boundaries to greet the beginning. He's added. As Tector is going to continue and buys that wicket. And the exhibition is going to end as Harry Tector, well, he's happy to celebrate it, but again, it's all.
That's glorious from Foxcroft. Full face of the bat, down the ground, another boundary. A little shorter. And that'll be the 50 partnership. Dean Foxcroft into the 30s. New Zealand Foxcroft. And as it's played out into the offside, well, Tucker just steps forward, bails off. That is stumps on day 1 of the only Fulcher Solar test between Ireland and New Zealand.